Hi there, Ryan White for High Point Music. We've got a very cool tune today. We're going to take a look at Green Day's Hitchin' a Ride. So rockin' one there we're going to look at in a sec, but just remember, for you people out there who are following the channel and you'd like to see certain content featured, or you've got questions you'd like to ask me that I can help you with your playing, drop a comment, make a request either here or on the blog. Love hearing from you guys and love to hear how we can help you with your guitar playing and your music in general. All right, let's drop this intro and get straight into today's lesson. So for starters, let's take a look at this verse riff before we break it down. So we're moving in, we're starting on our B5 here, which is a bit of palm muting. Nice little chromatic movement here. And then, so what we're going to do here, as I mentioned, we're starting from our B5 power chord, only using 2-note power chords for this one. So that first chord is on our 7th fret on the E string like that, on the B. Third finger's on the F sharp, which is a 9th fret on the A string there. And those two together like that. And what we're doing from a technique perspective with this one is we're doing 2 hits palm muted, so like that. But what we're doing after each hit is we're relaxing the pressure on our left hand, so the strings actually lift off the fretboard, but our fingers don't lift off the strings. So I'll do it really slowly so you can check out the other vision. So you can hear if I hold those fingers down, we get a little bit more sustain with the mute, but if I release them, it really cuts it short like that. So that's the first chord and the techniques we're going to use there. So whilst we're moving to our next chord, we're going to do a little percussive hit, which is just an upstroke as we're moving like that. So with our fingers held on the strings, our right hand still in the palm muting position, it's going to look like this. So, and that goes on between those 3 chords there. But our second chord is just moving that shape down to the A5 there. So first finger on the A, which is the 5th fret on the E string, third finger on the E, which is the 7th fret on the A string. So same idea, 2 hits, release after each one, and as you move to the next one, a little percussive hit. So far people, we've got 1, 2, hit, 1, 2, hit. We're just moving that down a semitone to our A flat, which is our first finger on the 4th fret on the E. Third finger remains on the 6th fret on the A string. So 1, 2, hit with a little relaxation in between. So 1, 2, hit. And then we're moving that one more semitone to our G5 position. First finger there, 3rd fret on the A string. Third finger goes to the D, which is our 5th fret on the A string. And then we go 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and. So that's the only variation there from the other parts. So putting it all together, we go really slowly. So 1, 2, hit, 1, 2, hit, 1, 2, hit, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, hit, 1, 2, hit, 1, 2, hit, 1 and 4 and. So in that example there, I was really strongly accenting that percussive upstroke. And the reason why I was doing that is just to really make it obvious. When you're practicing this, by all means, you don't have to do it as hard, but that's just to make a point there. So one more time, going through that a little bit quicker so you guys can hear the context of it. So 1, 2, hit, 1, 2, hit, 1, 2, hit, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, hit, 1, 2, hit, 1, 2, hit, 3 and 4 and. So once we've done that part, we repeat that 3 times. And on the 4th time through it, we'll jump on in, I'll show you. It's very easy. We're going 1, 2, hit, 1, 2, hit, just like we were in the first repetitions of it. But when we get to our A flat, which is on our 4th fret here, the strumming is going to change where we're doing like a drum roll, but we're hitting 6 notes here going 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. So I'll put a bit of gain on just to really emphasize it. So and one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's a little variation that we put on the end of that section that leads us into the big heavy riff where we can really start rocking out. So having a look at that second riff, which is very, very heavy, we're going. So the only thing that's changing with that is we're removing our right hand from the palm muting position, so those power chords can really ring out and be quite punchy. But what we are keeping the same is our strumming patterns remaining the same. We're still going 1, 2, hit 1, 2, hit 1, 2, hit 3, and 4, and what we are doing as well is after we make all of those hits, excluding the last chord here on the G5, we're releasing our left hand to cut off the sound, so we're going. 3 and 4, and so again, just to stress it, on that last one you keep your fingers held down. So once we've done that, we run through that 3 times, and on the 4th time going through, what you do is you just cut out at the A flat, so you don't actually go through to the G. So once we've got that bit out of the way, we go through the second verse, which is this part again, with the gain on. Okay, that just repeats, we've already covered that, and then we go into this riff here. Okay, so once we've come to the second time where we're playing the really heavy, really loud riff, what we're doing is the 4th time through there's a variation. I'll play through it so you can check it out. So there's the first, second, third, 4th. So what's going on with that 4th time there, as opposed to the first few times where you're lifting your fingers off the fretboard, all you're doing there is you're keeping your hands held down for the full duration of the strumming. So we're going. So that includes that percussive hit, that little ghost note we're adding in. So we're strumming on this one, just on that last time through goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that leads us into the next section, which is just an E5 chord like this, which is our first finger on the 2nd fret on the A string with our 2nd finger on the 2nd fret on the D string below. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we go to this chord shape, which is an F sharp 5. First finger here on the 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the 4th fret there, 4th finger on the 4th fret on the D string, and we're going 1, 2, 3, 4. So recapping that little bit, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Once more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then after that bit, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and so recapping that bit there, we've just gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and again. So E, 2, 3, 4, F sharp, 2, 3, 4, 7th fret, 5th, 4th, 3rd, and then at that point, just to finish it off, we go the E5, 1, 2, 3, 4, F sharp, 2, 3, 4, and then after that point, it's just straight back into. Okay, so with the bridge section of this tune, what we're doing is we're altering the main riff just a little bit. So instead of it being, what we're doing is we're altering it to, so instead of having fourth to the third, we're going from the third fret on the G to the second fret of the F sharp. And what this does is it actually moves the key of the tune into a B Dorian mode, or you could even think of it as an E minor. We'd have to look at the solo to see what notes he's using to check what key it's in, but I would say B Dorian just off the top of my head looking at this chord progression. So recapping that chord progression there, we've got 7th fret, 3rd fret, 2nd, 7th, 5th, cool, and at this point in the tune, we're dropping into the last chorus, which we've already know the parts for. We go to the E5, 2, 3, 4 to the F sharp, like that, and then dropping back to the B5 here. But this time we drop to our A flat here. 2, 3, 4. Alright, so that's just like the second chorus in the tune, so nothing new there. But what happens is after that point, it falls back into the main riff, but it doesn't go to this riff. The outro, all the vocals actually go to the same chord progression that he's using in the guitar solo to solo over. So I'll play it through from the last chorus so you can see what I mean there. So 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and then getting ready for the outro. Alright, so at that point, if you want to be really cheesy, throw in that last chord. It's just a B major bar chord in that position there, which is our first finger on the 2nd fret on the A string, and then our 3rd finger covering the 4th fret on the D, the G, and the B, right there. Just like that. So there we have it, Hitchin' a Ride by Green Day. Very cool tune. Once you get that rocking out, I'm sure you'll be having heaps of fun playing that one along with the track. So if you appreciate the value of the content in these videos, smash those like, subscribe, and share buttons. We love to hear feedback from you all, especially as we build the content on this channel to make sure we're tailoring it, especially to your needs out there in the guitar playing community. So if there's something you'd love to see, drop us a comment either here on the blog. Love to hear from you all. If you want to support us in pumping out more content for you all, you can drop us a donation via the PayPal donate function. You can find that in the description below of this YouTube channel, or if you're watching this on the website in the blog, you can go to the top or bottom of the page and just simply donate whatever value you think this content is worth for you. Thirdly, if you'd like to work with me one-on-one to break through some challenges you're having on the instrument, you can book an 8-week tailored video program where I personally assess your playing and where you're at, and then come up with a tailored approach to help you smash through those challenges and get to where you want to be in the shortest possible time. But with those, there is a waiting list, so you have to book in to reserve your spot to get put into the schedule. So make sure you book in for those today. So practice hard, heap of fun putting this one together, reliving my youth a bit. Green Day is an awesome band and very fun to see in concert if you get the chance. Until next time, I'll catch you in the next video.